Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, please help support my channel by hitting the dislike button. I want to become the most disliked channel in all of YouTube history. I think the most disliked video of all time was YouTube Rewind in 2018. It got 20 million dislikes. It was part of the reason that YouTube doesn't even show the dislike count anymore. And I want to see what would happen if I beat that. I wonder if dislikes, right? And I want by disliking this video. By the way, whoever left a like, do you mind changing it to a dislike? Oh, I would really appreciate that. Let's sing it again while we wait for a few people to show up. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So a few things of note. I recently put together another Lego build, this time of the Mondrian Boogie Woogie to the actual scale. The real painting was 50 inches by 50 inches. I put together a Lego build, 5,000 Lego pieces, and so I'm just about to submit that. Obviously, I'm still dating a girl in Taiwan. She may be moving back with her parents in Vietnam. Her mother is considerably old, and she wants to spend time with her. And that's a little bit of a bummer because I don't have very much reason to be in Vietnam, but I'll go visit her there at some point. And also potential career pivot. Obviously, I'm kind of torn. I had a meeting with my team. It was remote just before I left Taiwan, and I have good chemistry with the colleagues there, and I got good chemistry with my students too. You guys remember what happened last semester with the one girl who was really gifted. That wasn't the only good chemistry I have with the students, and it's hard to get to a state like that. I have a dream job, but I don't have dream circumstances to go with it. That's the tricky part, right? Uh oh. I hope I'm still being recorded. Give it a few seconds. Okay, I hope I'm still being recorded. I have a dream job, but I don't have dream circumstances to go with it, right? A lot of times my job pigeonholes how I approach healthy lifestyles. I don't know what it is about American culture. Ever since I landed back home, and it's only been less than 48 hours, I tend to have a lot more food cravings here than compared to Taiwan. There's just a huge haze of poor uh, attitudes toward food. It's very toxic, in my opinion. I can't maintain my healthy diet nearly as well as I could in Taiwan. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I cannot explain it. I wish I could put into words because then I could have some activism about it, right? Obviously, I have to drive. That could be also part of it, right? The stresses of driving. The Americans are very hostile to each other. Now, I learned one lesson. When somebody is hostile to me, I let them crash and burn themselves. I use this kind of tone to express them what I want and what I need, and I let them crash and burn. Yes, I ran into a little bit of hostility on my way back from the airport. Actually, I'll talk about that at a future time because I want to keep this video positive. Uh, but I let people crash and burn when they're hostile to me nowadays. Let's just put it that way. But it still creates a haze of uneasiness, and all of that has to see. I have a dream job, but in order to get to that dream job, I have to deal with toxicity in Phoenix. I got to drive to that job. I got to deal with this toxic eating environment that makes it difficult to keep healthy lifestyles. It's kind of like the best analogy I can think of is you got a favorite theme park, right. This is the kind of season where people go to theme parks. That ride might be 5 minutes long. It might be the best 5 minutes you ever spend all summer long, but you got to wait 3 hours for that ride, right? That 5 minute theme park ride is kind of like my dream job, but the 3 hour wait is kind of like everything that has to go around to support that dream job, right? So for example, when I was in Taiwan, I could afford to eat out every day. Here, I have to cook my own meals, oftentimes dealing with toxicity with roommates while I'm doing it, right? And all that just to support a dream job right. It's toxic in my opinion. It's kind of backwards, right? We should be using our job to support our dream lives, right? It's kind of backward, in my opinion. Okay. Uh, Please, another analogy I sometimes like to give, having a dream job but no dream life around it, is you guys may remember last year we launched a spacecraft to Jupiter. That's great. That spacecraft is tiny compared to the rocket engine we did. Give it a few seconds. I hope I'm still being recorded. Okay, I hope I'm still being recorded. But last year we had a spacecraft mission to Jupiter. Now, spacecraft are tiny compared to the rocket engines that support it. That spacecraft is kind of like my dream job at the community college. But unfortunately, in order to get there, this huge spacecraft of having to drive a car here in the United States, having to deal with toxic people, terrible attitudes toward health, all the other stuff. That's like the rocket engine that sends that dream job to where I need to go, right? That's another analogy I sometimes like to give. Anyway, Wi-Fi is very weak here. I'm going to end it here. I'll record later when I get to a better place. This is a Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.